In last week's program, Professor Moses Musazi and his team made the most of the peace and quiet during the school holiday and started work in earnest. We met several of the girls in the homes and learnt about the difficulties they face. And news of the work in the school spread far and wide as community members came to view the progress at the school. We're back at Moi Girls Secondary School in Marsabit. The government has promised that all secondary education will be free, and as a result, schools like this are expecting a massive influx of students. But will education be free for boarding schools? In anticipation of rising numbers, Headmistress Eunice Maeke, with the help of the School Management Committee and the District Education Officer, has hired Uganda's engineer Moses Musazi to do some major building work on the school. After many years of tirelessly searching for funds, Eunice has finally raised enough money to shape up her school.
Well, it's a new year with lots and lots of expectations. And while we were away on a break, Professor Moses and his team of workers were busy trying to get things done. So let's find out exactly what they've been up to.
The professor and his team are building a new water tank for harvesting water from roofs, an incinerator that will provide hot water for the girls to bathe, a new classroom, and a new latrine block with 8 new cubicles. But all is not going to plan. The prof is way behind his 3-week schedule.
Hey, Prof, what's happening? You only have 2 days to go and this is not even halfway done.
Yeah, I know. What happened, as soon as we left, it rained a lot. And we lost time because the pit was filling up with water. There's no way they could do the plastering inside the pit.
So how many more days to go? You know, we promised the girls that by the 1st of February, they'll be having new toilets.
Yeah, so I have given myself up to this Saturday. So today is Tuesday. On Saturday, this toilet will be used. It's 10:30 now. You come back in the evening, all these walls will be up to this level.
The delays to the building work are clearly frustrating for everyone. But for Eunice, she has even bigger worries. Government guidelines for fees have still not been issued, so she's unable to prepare the school for the new term.
I'm supposed to have beds done. I'm supposed to have mattresses, lockers, chairs. So we've got to wait for fees to come so that you can start getting things in order.
Not knowing what the government share will be and without a set fee structure in place, Eunice has struggled to prepare for the new term. But the time has come. The girls are here. It's the start of the new school year.
Well, today is the very first day of the new school year, and the girls have obviously not seen each other for several weeks now, so they've got a lot of catching up to do. And there's also been a lot of work going on at the school. I wonder what they'll think of it.
Today reunites old friends.
Oh, you live near each other?
No. We are from different places.
So you haven't talked the whole time?
Holiday.
280 girls are expected to arrive today. As they stream in, the prefects check that they don't sneak in too many home comforts. School books are in, cosmetics are out. Up until now, the girls have had to make do with only 10 liters of cold water a week for all their needs. But despite the delay to the building work, Deputy Head Teacher Fatma has got some good news for the girls.
We have a tank, there is an incinerator and water heating system. You want warm water, you do not call on Madam Fatuma to come and give you warm water. You want to... So as you are moving in the school compound, take note of these big holes that are there.
First stop, the professor's 100,000-litre water tank. The dramatic effect this will have on the girls' lives generates a power struggle.
Wow, this is a big tank. Can you imagine of you having a very big tank like this?
I think we should have a prefect who will organize this tank.
And not only a prefect, but it should be a head girl.
Is she not enough for that?
No. I also, because I'm the one who have suggested that we should have a head girl.
You suggested, but I'm already a prefect.
You are a prefect, but
But the kids are already me.
While the girls argue it out, the professor explains how his new incinerator will heat water by burning rubbish from around the school grounds.
Now, can we have some girls put this rubbish in here? More, please, quickly. Are we there? Right, I'm going to close the lid now. Please notice that when I close the lid, everything goes up. All the heat is going to heat our water. Now, can we check this water again? It should be warm now. Turn it on for a bit longer. Is it warm?
Most intriguing for the girls is the professor's special mud brick making machine. The girls are eager to have a go. With this machine, the professor has been able to build at half the cost using local materials.
You close.
Take it down.
You have to unlock it such that it goes that side, then you pull.
And it's fun too.
Now that the girls have seen all the exciting developments at the school, it's time to get to the important business of learning. But there's a bit of sorting out to be done first.
With so many girls at the school, it's essential that rules and regulations are in place. The prefects are responsible for ensuring that all the girls know exactly what the school rules are.
No, this one has no number. Oh, yeah.
These are the rules that are made for this dormitory. Immediately after preps, you come to respond to roll call. No opening of the boxes after 10 p.m. Form 1 and 2 should be sleeping, while Form 3 and 4 are allowed to extend up to 10:50 p.m. No one should be in the dormitory after 5:30 a.m. All the beds should be spread properly with bed sheets and bed.
You have not spread your bed well. And for those who are putting their boxes,
It's up to the dormitory prefect to ensure that all the beds have been made properly.
and your shoes you're supposed to put properly. And every week you're supposed to clean your thing, your bed cover. Use the one of this bed. And you have 2 mattresses.
And for those who break the school rules, there are plenty of punishments available, including cutting the grass. While the girls are hard at work, Moses and his team are also hard at work building the latrine. Meanwhile, Eunice has produced a clear fee structure based on the latest figures from the government. But the girls won't like it. While their education will be free, they will still have to pay boarding fees. Eunice decides to hold a crisis meeting to discuss the situation.
We are going to open the schools on empty. The parents didn't come with fees because there were no fee guidelines. The earliest we are going to get this money will be first week of February. The girls are here. We have not paid the workers for their December salaries. How do we continue? It is not a problem of the parents, they were not informed earlier. It is not our problem as managers, we are getting the information. So we need to sit down get through this and decide how we get the money. Because I cannot continue keeping the girls here anymore now.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm trying to convince you. Because I know you are the people who are going to decide whether fees is going to be paid or not. Your mama doesn't know how to read this, so when you give her, she'll tell me what it is saying. Say, the government is saying it is free. You'll have given the wrong information. This is the fees newsletter.
For boarding schools like this one of mine, the government is going to pay 10,262 shillings. That is going to cater for tuition and other operational costs. But for the boarding expenses, and this include meals, it include beds that are going to be used, mattresses, it is the responsibility of the parent. And so they are supposed to pay 18,627 shillings per year.
To help, Eunice and the school management committee have reduced the figures from 18 to 15,000 shillings, but they still have to make tough decisions.
So the girls are going to be leaving for home so that they can, one, deliver the fee structure to their parents for the whole year, and two, also come back with some money because we cannot get started when there's no money.
She spreads the fee over 3 terms.
This term, 7,000. Next term, 4,600. Third term, 3,493. Isn't that fair? Yes. So now, what I want you to do, tomorrow, you'll go take this fee structure to your guardian.
Unfortunately, the girls are going to have to ask their parents to dig deeper into their pockets once more.
Yes. Then you've got to settle down very fast. If I were you, I would take advantage of the peace that we are enjoying here. Listen to me, the following girls, your fees has been paid.
Where possible, the school administrators are keen to help with the fee-paying problems. Azar was to learn from talking to the deputy head about Habiba.
Habiba, Guyo Huka, and Maka Arme. Each 10,000. So you don't need to go home for fees.
Unfortunately, Habiba had been having fees problems, and after finding out her problem, we went in as administrators of the school, and at a given time, we even employed her mother here. She fetches water from morning to the evening, and she's paid 150 shillings, out of which 50 shillings goes to the mother, and the 100 bob goes into the account of Habiba as part of her school fees.
When you were fetching that water, was the money you got ever enough to pay the fees?
No, the money is very little. I only do it so that they don't send away my daughter home. Because if they do, I will not be able to pay.
And what's the importance of educating a girl?
It is important so that she can help herself and help me too in the future.
What do you want to be when you finish school?
I want to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Within only a week of arriving at the school, the girls are going back home to ask for their fees. For some, the journey will be particularly difficult. Living as far as 50 kilometers away from the school makes a tiring walk home. Dirham and her friend know that approaching their mothers for more money is an almost pointless task.
How are you?
Fine.
We have been told that you should pay up in 2 weeks. Are you able to get the money?
No, I am not.
How much do you have?
I still don't have anything, but maybe I will try and get something. I thought the government was going to pay. I don't even have food for my children because there is no maize in the shamba, and the little I have is not enough for fees and food. I only have one cow whose milk I sell and save for months for her fees.
Alafu mimi naweka mesi yote alikuwa, alafu mimi natoa hiyo fee yake.
As I walk around Marsabit town, the government's decision lies heavy in the air. It's obvious that having to come up with even part of the fees is a huge burden and a very real threat to the girls' education. In Marsabit town, Zainabu's mother, Amina Abraham, explains her struggle.
I don't have money because money does not last. If you do have children like me, you spend money. I have no other source of income. I only depend on these houses. On a day like today, I will have to go and borrow some money for her to go back to school instead of having her idling here at home.
I don't know when I will get, and I don't know the day that I will go back to school. I don't think that I will lose anything because our principal is understanding and she knows my status. She used to encourage me and she used to tell me that even though you have not get money, you just come back to school. I think I have hope on her side.
Through sheer determination, people such as Zainabu's mother are rising to the challenge of finding fees. It's a testament of their commitment to education.
Now the government paid 10,250 and the fees for the whole year is 28,000. So the remaining 18,000, I'll be paying it. And I find that it is even the 10,000 paid by the government is it has helped.
Marsabit is an oasis in an arid expanse. Heavy rains should be a blessing. However, they only bring frustration to the prof as the school still hasn't gotten the promised water harvesting system.
The challenge has been that the guttering has not yet arrived in from Nairobi. Not all of it. Most of it is still left in Nairobi.
Why is that?
Well, the political situation that ensured after elections prevented factories from working, and therefore the guttering has not been sent as promised. The pipes were sent in December, but they were the wrong ones. We were supposed to take them to Nairobi for replacement. We have not been able to do so because of the same situation.
So what about your deadline of completing this in 1 month? What do you think will happen now?
Well, the deadline has passed, I'm afraid, but the reasons are obvious. What we hope that in another couple of days, we should be able to send these pipes back. The situation seems to be settling down now.
It's time for a pep talk from the determined professor.
This work was budgeted for 10 days of my input. My workers were supposed to be here for just 1 month. We've been here much longer than 1 month, actually a month and a bit. And they want to finish this work by Saturday, and everybody wants to go home. And so I'm going to ask these men to work hard enough to finish the work. Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much for the work. I think we are in progress. Please listen to me. We want to be sure we are working properly. As we promised ourselves yesterday, this tank is done today. Tomorrow we elect the pipe, and then we do the rest, the metal work. Friday, put the concrete. Saturday, we'll hand over the tank. Okay? Thank you very much.
Okay, Prof. Well, things are really taking shape here, and I'm going to show the girls the new latrine and introduce them to something that I know might just raise a few eyebrows. I remember you girls were telling me about the other toilet, the previous toilet you guys had. Well, this is a new block, okay? And you're going to be having 8 toilets here at a go. And then what's interesting is that you'll have a screen wall. So, you know, like when you come out of this loo and you don't have a chance to adjust your skirt in private, well, here there'll be a screen wall so you can adjust your skirt while you let another girl go into the loo, yeah?
That's right.
Brilliant. And then we'll also have an incinerator where you can burn up the pads in private without people seeing what exactly you're doing. So what do you think of that?
So nice. Great.
Wonderful. Now what do you have to say about the incinerator and the burning up of pads?
Okay, that one it's great because now we won't be having the toilet being filled up very fast. And then on the other hand, it is also hygienic because we won't be having pads displaced anywhere or everywhere. So at least it's very wonderful. It's good. We feel great.
Will the girls be comfortable burning up with the idea of burning up pads?
I think they'll not be comfortable because they are not used to it. It's a kind of taboo, they don't like it. So they get to be advised first and then they'll understand.
But in the end, do you think they'll appreciate it?
Yes, they will.
The taboo about the burning of sanitary pads has a far-reaching effect on the professor's incinerator. If the girls won't use it, how will they solve the problem of pads blocking the toilets? Teacher Esther, whose responsibilities cover welfare education, is raising the awkward issue of banning sanitary pads.
We tried the other time giving you buckets, telling you to put your pads after use in those buckets, so that after that we are going to ban them.
You know, in our community it is bad.
You don't want us to ban?
Yes, it is bad.
It is bad to ban pads?
Yes, it is bad to ban blood of somebody. You can't ban.
What happens when I ban your blood?
Maybe they say you will become barren. I can't give birth anymore. There is another girl of their family. We banned her blood. She was becoming crazy. Until now she's crazy. Even me, I've seen.
Because, but you are told.
Yes, but I don't know if it's true.
It's a cultural belief that if you burn out the sanitary pads, you're burning their fertility, in that you're burning their blood. So they'll not be able to have children. After all, they look forward into becoming mothers. And if that is going to make them barren, then they're not willing to do it.
If the girls are reluctant to burn their pads, the professor's incinerator may not get the full use he was hoping for. With time, things may change. Who knows? To complement his incinerator, the professor has designed a new low-cost, biodegradable sanitary towel known as a mockup pad. Juliet from Makerere talks to the girls about these pads and teaches them how to make them.
One of the reasons as why many girls abandon school is because they cannot afford affordable sanitary pads. So we believe with the provision of affordable sanitary pads, in this case the mockup pads, many girls and women will be able to access knowledge. The absorbent is papyrus, and we get this papyrus from swamps. We cut the reed, we don't uproot so that we don't damage the environment. Then we just peel off the green coating, and then the inner one is what we crush manually using a mallet, and then sun dry and sieve, then it turns out in powder form. Then our minor absorbent is shredded waste paper. This waste paper we can get from printeries, offices, school premises. So the mixture of these two, we get this paper, this absorbent. The marker pads is in this kind of shape, and the absorbent has 2 layers of papyrus and waste paper, and then 1 layer of waste paper only. This one absorbs the blood very fast, and then this one retains the blood. So we are going to train you how to make these sanitary pads. The mode of production is so good that you can give employment to different people at different stages.
While the girls learn about the industry of making marker pads, the men continue being industrious, putting the water harvesting system in place. At least they don't mind getting their hands dirty. Almost a week now since Eunice sent the girls home to find fees, and the majority have still not yet returned.
The girls have been tickling in. Day 1, 4 came, 10. Now I only have about 53 girls.
Out of?
200 girls.
Only 53 girls have returned to the school with their fees. There's a long way to go, but Eunice shows a great deal of patience.
I'm imagining that maybe in the next 5 or so days is when I'm going to have a house full of girls back.
What do you do?
Here I am, a principal. Here is a girl who wants to be in school. I deny her the opportunity and it is circumstantial, then that is the end of her life. Sometimes, you know, I'm torn between having them no more or really having the girl just go into waste. So those that are extreme, I just quietly keep them here.
One girl who has returned to school with her fees is Grace. Her parents are especially keen for her to continue her education, but it's tough because she's not just a student. She's also a mother who has to leave her child at home with her parents.
So Grace, what are some of the challenges you face as you continue with your studies?
Kuendelea na masomo yako, kuna challenges gani una face?
I've got a lot of challenges. As I'm here at school, I always think about my baby. Because I don't know whether she gets something to eat or not. I know my parents, their income is very little. And my mother has got a baby who is the same age as this one. And when I'm now at school, I'm just thinking of what is happening there at home.
Does that affect your studies?
Sometimes I become stressed, you know, niko na ulcers. I'm sick.
Baba Grace, Does it make any difference that she has a kid who she lives at home and now she has to come all the way to a boarding school?
Well, according to our culture, we don't accept a girl who is pregnant to keep her at home. Definitely, we chase them away or she chases herself from home. But we refuse as a parent. We say no. That is accident. Accident can occur anywhere.
It is good if a girl is educated and a great joy to everyone.
Says yuko form? Yuko form 2 more years. Kwa hivyo endelea tu kuwork hard. Si mnajua tu fruits ndio the fruits of hard work.
Yes.
At Moi Girls School, there's time for fun and games. Moses continues to make great progress with his building work, but will it be ready in time for the imminent arrival of the Form 1 students? His men work on anxiously to meet his deadlines. We'll see next week if they do.
While the men go on with their work, I'm going to watch the girls getting on with theirs. Now, Juliet has been busy demonstrating to the girls how to make mockup pads, and the girls haven't wasted any time at all getting to grips with the process. Let's find out exactly how they're getting on.
And then seal again.
So Elizabeth, what are you doing?
I'm packing the pads.
How many pads are you packing in?
10. This is what they are going to get at the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Neat. So 10 of each. So how do you feel about these pads?
From the way we see, it's going to be comfortable.
Slowly, the girls return to the school, having found the fees they need to continue with their vital education. For now, they are free to learn and laugh together as they settle down to begin the new term.
If you are interested in knowing more about any of the great ideas and new technologies we've been trying out here in Marsabit,
SMSs and we'll send you a free information leaflet explaining exactly how they work.
and how you too can try them out to save time, energy and money.
Oh yeah, just SMS us your name and full address to the number appearing on your screen right now, and we'll send you a free leaflet by post.
In next week's episode, we visit a local quarry where young girls work tirelessly breaking stones for school fees.
So why now? Why have we decided to do a bathroom?
Eunice adds to the professor's workload by requesting a bathroom block. Anticipation is high as the Form 1 students arrive at the school.